Yo, what up YouTube? I'm back with another reaction video. Man, I'm telling you, every day of the year I am going strong. 3 months in, haven't missed a day without posting. Hey, for everybody out there, hit that subscribe button. Like the video, it's free. It's free, it don't cost you nothing. So, today got a reaction video. Disturbing prison moments caught on camera. Uh-oh. We love a good prison story, especially when it's on camera. Hope everybody out there having a good day. Hope you're having a good week. After this video, I hope you have an even better day or night. You know how that go. Anyways, man, let's get into it.
In April 2018, 19-year-old Terry Whitehead, an inmate at the Louisville Metro Department of Correction, blacked out in his cell after suffering blows to his face and his head. The injuries were from an altercation with corrections officers David Schwartz and Donna Gentry. They claimed Whitehead had attacked Schwartz, but one correction officer said that was all a lie. At first, prison officials weren't sure who to believe. Then they found out one of the officers, Devin Edwards, had accidentally turned on his body camera during the altercation, and it exposed a cover-up. Whitehead was in cuffs, explaining himself.
I swear to God.
Whitehead, what are you doing, man?
What did I do, bro?
I ain't never had a problem out here. Why you gonna spit on us? Sergeants come around, you know how this is. Just take the
bro, I swear to God,
Just take the
Schwartz stood just inches away, making threatening moves to Whitehead.
I mean, bro, you know I don't give y'all problems like that, bro.
Then suddenly, Schwartz threw a punch.
I do not give you problems like that, Schwartz, bro.
All you had to do was take the strings down, dude.
I'll take them down next time, bro. You ain't having no problem with me, bro. I swear to God, bro. You know second shift, bro. You know I try my hardest.
Keep your leg down, keep your leg down.
I try my hardest.
Slamming Whitehead's head against the concrete wall, and he wasn't done yet.
Nah, bro, I'm straight. I don't want no medical.
You want decon out your eyes?
I need my eyes, though.
Whitehead was still in the holding cell talking to the officers when there was a crash outside. The officers stepped out and found Schwartz repeatedly punching the walls and slamming the metal doors in a rage.
Hey, Em.
What?
You know what I'm saying, bro?
I'm not mad, dude. It's business as usual, but you seen her come around.
Schwartz and Edwards were fired while their supervisor, Gentry, was demoted from sergeant to officer for her part in the cover-up. They pleaded guilty to charges ranging from violating the rights of a detainee to writing false reports. Schwartz was sentenced to 2 years in prison, Gentry to 8 months of home confinement, and Edwards to 2 years probation. But this is still not as bad as when officers pointed a gun.
That go down every day. Every day in the prison, that go down. That's what I be saying, man. Like, some of y'all got loved ones that's in the prison and y'all feel like, you know, they ain't having a hard time. They gotta watch out for other inmates. They gotta watch out for the COs. The bad part about this, they have other inmates on the outside of the door. On the outside of the door, witnessing this. That's tough, man. That's tough. And he handcuffed. Now, I get it. Now, it's been times where I've seen where it's been friendly fades, where an officer step off, you know, they take the prisoner, inmate, whatever, they take them back to a place where the cameras don't shine, you feel me? And then they get a fair one. They get a fair one in. Come on, bro. This dude handcuffing. Y'all teeing off on this, man. I don't even think 2 years enough. They should have gave Buddy 5.
At an inmate because he was having an episode. On the evening of August 5th, 2015, detention officers were conducting a routine search for contraband at the Pasco County Jail when they got to the cell of Matthew Trevino. Trevino was a military vet in jail for a misdemeanor probation violation. That day, he was in the middle of a schizophrenic episode and had stripped off his clothes. When the officers ordered him to put his hands through the slit in the door so they could cuff him, Trevino put his genitals through instead. After some minutes of back and forth, they decided to bring on the big guns, literally. What's a Nova distraction round? I'm glad you asked.
A Nova round was created for situations like SWAT teams breaking into buildings. It's a distraction device, like a flashbang grenade, but fired from a shotgun. The company's own warnings say it's not supposed to be used to fire at humans or even animals.
An officer returned with the weapon, aimed it at the door with Trevino standing behind it, and opened fire.
As we continue.
No! Did you shoot this man in the dick?
The bullet slammed into Trevino's thigh, leaving an enormous wound. Trevino fell, screaming as he rolled on the floor in pain.
Why
but
still
that
aiming
didn't
at
stop
him?
the guards from issuing commands while aiming the weapon right at him.
How, bro?
They
He's
eventually
hurt.
got the emergency services to help. Fortunately, Trevino survived the shooting. While it looks like there are a lot of guard versus inmates fights behind bars, a lot of the time, an inmate's worst nightmare is a fellow inmate. Around 1 a.m. on June 7th, 2022, everything looked calm at the Hillsborough County Jail. Inmates were fast asleep under the watchful eye of Deputy Lillian Jimenez, while one or two stragglers still roamed around. One of them was Bridget Harvey. She told the
Dang, that was
guard that
crazy.
another inmate, April Colvin, was in the women's restroom and wasn't feeling too good. Jimenez headed to the bathroom to see what she could do to help. As the deputy talked to Colvin, she had no idea she'd walked into a trap. While the deputy's back was turned, one inmate acting as a lookout crept around the deputy. Then Harvey walked up behind. She had a pillowcase and a comb she had sharpened with her teeth. Suddenly, Harvey wrapped the pillowcase around the deputy's neck. Once they took the deputy's life, Harvey planned to get the keys so that she and Colvin could escape. Every last detail had been planned out, except one thing. The other inmates didn't want anything happening to the deputy. Once they heard the scuffle, they woke up and ran to help the deputy, led by Mary Jean. In seconds, they got the pillowcase and the comb from her before other deputies rushed in and took the women away. Harvey and Colvin were slammed with additional charges of aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, introduction of contraband into a detention facility, and escape from confinement. The deputy suffered minor injuries to her neck and throat, but survived. As for this story's hero, she got a broken hand from the altercation and a plea deal. Sometimes inmates have officers' backs, but sometimes they don't, like when
That's kind of wild, bro. That's wild. See, that's what she shouldn't even been in there, first of all, by herself, but I know that's how it is. Most of the time it'd be one officer in like a pod or whatever with 20, 30, 100 people. Like, it could be a bunch of inmates and just one officer sometimes. So she was lucky. She was lucky. And it's a good thing that some of those inmates didn't stay out of it, if that makes sense. Like, they tended to that business. Usually inmates will stay out of stuff that don't pertain to them, but it's some good in this world. It's some good. And those women, I think every woman that helped in that situation should have got some time off. And I just want all of them. Every woman that ran to the help, to the rescue, they should have got time off. And I'm pretty sure these women they weren't even doing that much time. They was probably doing a little 8 years and trying to escape. Weirdos.
a small request spiraled into an all-out riot. It all started with 9 inmates at the Sandoval County Detention Center in New Mexico refusing to leave the TV area and return to their cells. More corrections officers arrived, but still, the men didn't budge. Instead, they started to take off their shirts and wrap them around their faces. That was when the officers realized this was more than they bargained for, and one by one, they edged their way out of the cell block. This was a job for the task force. The task force made it in record time, but the inmates weren't so easily scared. When the officers tried to get tear gas through the slit in the door, the inmates stuffed blankets through the other end, but they got hold of it and pulled it away. The officers got a flash bomb in, but the inmates were undeterred. They rallied back moments later with a barrel of soapy water that they poured all over the floor and threw other items out the door, including a microwave. The officers tried to get tear gas in again, but the inmates used the barrel against the opening. So the officers opted for something stronger, a lot stronger. The blast blew the barrel away and the inmates scurried away in panic, bringing an unceremonious end to the riot. Staging a riot to get your way is one thing, but these 3 inmates decided to cook up something else. While this has all the makings of a cookout, meats, vegetables, and an excited cook, this is one cookout you don't want to be invited to. This is the 5-star course being served at an Oklahoma County detention center. Prison food isn't for everyone, but these 3 inmates decided to do something about it. They made food, got a fire going, and put it all on a hibachi-style grill flame. Food, all the drugs they could need. The inmates were on cloud 9. Wow. Then, one smart guy got out his contraband phone and put it on his Facebook Live.
That nigga said, we gonna get you when they not with you. That said, you don't even have no bars. You're a nobody.
They're running the views up though on my soul.
Alright, this was, you see that? You know what I'm saying? That's how we do this up in the county, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say where we at, but man, this is the real deal, Holyfield. Y'all is eating trays, man. We getting paid, man.
Them boys got a full-fledged
The video
fire.
immediately went viral, and it wasn't long before the jail officials identified all three. They were charged with 2 counts of possession of contraband by an inmate. There was also a jail search, and correction officers found 23 cell phones, drugs, cigarettes, a used syringe, and many makeshift weapons. I bet those 3 probably got beat up for that stunt for a long time.
They messed it up for
Speaking
the
of getting
whole
beat up, this corrections
pod.
officer is about to find himself in a near-death situation
No, what is
when he
this?
makes one costly mistake. March 27, 2021 was supposed to be a regular day for detention officer Daniel Itskj. He worked at the jail since 2019 without any significant incident, but that day would change everything. Itskj headed to the 10th floor of the detention center to deliver medications to the inmates when things took a deadly turn.
Okay, what's the address?
I need Oklahoma City Police in the jail. The inmates have took the keys. They have an officer.
Where? Are you there now?
Oklahoma City Police Department. I need them here.
Are you at the jail?
Yes.
Dog, I hate dispatchers.
Who are you?
I'm Captain Tiffany Carter.
Captain Tiffany Carter?
Yes.
And is this a good callback number for you, 1818?
Yes.
All right, our officers are already en route. Can you tell me any more what's going on right now?
I don't know. They got an officer. They got his keys. They are popping all the doors open.
Curtis Williams, an inmate, had asked Itskj to open his cell door and allow him to sweep out some trash. When Itskj obliged, Williams came out, arms swinging, overpowered the guard and handcuffed him, even though he had nothing against the guard. Then he took the officer's radio and keys and freed other inmates. Over the next 2 hours, Itskj was hit on the head and attacked several times. Williams got his hands on Itskj's phone and went on Facebook Live, complaining about how they were being treated behind bars.
We got food. We got mold on the trays. We can't take showers.
We ain't got no mirrors in here. The water don't work. Toilet backed up.
Any inmate who didn't get the program received Williams' rage. 2 hours after Itskj was taken hostage, the tactical unit moved toward the prison. While other inmates ran off to their cells, Williams took Officer Itskj to the top of the stairs, holding a knife to the officer's throat, and forced him to his knees. One officer instantly brought out his gun and fired 2 shots, killing Williams and bringing the hostage situation to an end. Itskj was taken to the hospital and made a full recovery. He's since resigned from his position.
Yo, 2 shots. 2 shots. Hey, that's what they supposed to do though. Man, inmates do get treated bad. They do get treated bad. The living conditions suck. But it's not supposed to be pretty. And it's not supposed to be good. It's not supposed to be fun. It's jail. It's jail. It ain't supposed to be sweet in there. Now, with the police brutality and all that inside the prison, that ain't what it is. But the living conditions, mold, all that stuff, yeah, who cares? You deserve that. Shouldn't have got locked up. You was out in the free world and you didn't want to do right. So who cares about that part? But don't hate me for this, but I think no woman should be working in a prison. None whatsoever. And I'll tell you why. Because for instances like this, so you see how the captain was a woman, so she called a dispatcher. She sounded like she was crying. Like, instead of her thinking of another plan to like help in the meantime to, you know, go overpower somebody, maybe go do something to like help the situation, you know, she do her thing calling, telling the dispatch, which I hate all dispatchers because they just don't understand like the urgency of things. But it sounded like she was crying. Come on, lady, you gotta keep it together. In a time like this, you gotta stand strong. You are the captain. What's the next move, Captain? We're not just about to sit here and wait on the police, are we? That could have been a woman on the inside, though. Could have been a woman. They could have had their way. If the prisoners was thinking the other way, like, they could have literally got anything they wanted from that situation. You feel me? So it's like, it's a dangerous job. That's a dangerous job. W video though. I don't know why they shot Buddy with the shotgun, that shotgun in the leg. And wanted him to put his hands behind his head, that was wild too. It's a W video, man. Hey man, y'all be cool how y'all be cool. Stay out of trouble so you don't have to go to jail or prison. Do the right thing, man. If you're struggling in life, just pray about it. God answers prayers. To the next video, man. Y'all be cool how y'all be cool. Peace.